welcoming night 2.
Hey guys, and welcome back for night 2 of our VBS. I'm so excited that you guys are here, and I hope that you guys had fun last night, because tonight is going to be even more fun than last night. And we got some good stories ready for you guys. So I hope you guys are ready, and if you are, give me a big Yahoo! I think you guys could do a little bit better than that. Are you guys ready? If you're excited, give me a big Yahoo! Okay, I'm ready to, and just like last night, we're going to do the same thing. I need you to get night 2 out of your bag. It's got your craft in there, it's got a snack, and I got some discussion questions. Okay, it's night 2, you got it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to start off again by singing some songs. So get on up, get excited, and let's get ready to worship God.
Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. Even before a word is on my tongue, you know it all together. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I will praise you. For I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Faster than a speeding bullet and stronger than a locomotive, it's Superman! The greatest superhero of all time?
That's debatable.
Oh yeah? He's even strong. He is mighty!
Yeah, but there are some that have armor, like Captain America, or a hammer like Thor.
Whatever.
Hey, look! We got another map!
We have another map! Where are we going?
To the beach.
To the beach? Alright, we'll fly to the beach just like Superman, because he can fly. Are you ready? Let's fly to the beach! Woohoo! We're flying to the beach! Hey, how far do we have to go? Hey, X marks the spot down there. Alright, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. What have we got? Oh. I can't get it! It's stuck. We need Superman's super strength.
Or, guys, you need Samson's strength.
Samson?
You know, the guy from the Bible, the really strong guy.
Never heard of him. But we need help.
What? Oh my gosh, guys, I'll have to do this. Let me help you here, okay? Ah, my gosh, that was pretty heavy there.
Oh my, what have we got today? Hey! Ooh, we got a sword. Ho, ho, ho. I feel like a warrior now. Ha, ha.
Well, you know that warriors need both physical and mental strength to do what they do, and they have to be prepared for battles always.
Well, was that Samson guy you were talking about, was he a warrior?
Well, let me tell you about who Samson was. Hey guys, and thanks for joining us again on our Lighthouse Lessons. Before we really dive into the story of Samson, I gotta ask something. Has anybody ever asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up? I know when I was asked that question growing up, I always told them one thing. Oh, I told them two. I told them I wanted to be a race car driver, and I wanted to be a superhero. I wanted to be a real live superhero. Have you guys ever thought about that? Would you want to be a superhero? You would? Have you ever thought about what superpower you would want? I mean, maybe you would want to fly or turn invisible, or maybe you want to have super strength, or I don't know, super speed. But think about that. What would you want to? What superpower would you want to have if you could have any superpower in the world? All right, take 10 seconds to think about that. All right, let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What would you guys say? What superpower do you want? Okay, let me hear you. Those are all really good choices. I can never imagine which one I would want. I don't know, I thought it'd be really fun to be like Batman and to have all those super cool gadgets and things that he uses. But then I thought, man, flying would be cool, pretty cool too. You could fly everywhere. But then I thought, if I had super speed, I could run anywhere I wanted so fast. That would be pretty cool. So I would say I would want super speed, I think. But Well, we have superheroes, and I love superheroes. Do you guys like superheroes? You do? Who's your favorite? Man, those are good ones. Mine is probably Batman. Or Spider-Man. Those are my favorite superheroes. But all of the superheroes that we see on TV and on movies and maybe our video games, those guys are all make-believe. None of them actually are existing. None of them are really, truly real. But in our story today, we're going to learn about someone who had super strength. He was super strong. And we already kind of told him, but his name is Samson. And see, way back in the day, Samson's mom was told she was going to have a baby. But she said that this baby was going to have special rules he was going to have to live by. You and I have rules that we have to live by, right? When I was growing up, I was always told I had to take out the trash. That was my job. That was a rule I had to live by. I had always had to make my bed every morning and brush my teeth. Do you guys have special rules you have to live by? Yeah, we all do, don't we? But Samson's was super special. Samson was told that he was never, ever, ever allowed to cut his hair. What? Could you imagine that? I mean, I don't have a lot of hair already, but could you imagine never cutting your hair? How long that would be and how hard that would be to brush or to wash? That'd be really tough. But Samson was told he was never allowed to cut his hair. And so Samson didn't. And Samson grew up to be a big guy. He grew up and he got time for him to get married. And he fell in love with this really pretty girl. Ooh, huh? And so he goes to ask to marry her. And so he's walking along like any other person would be. He's going do-do-do, do-do-do-do. And he's walking. And you know what he sees? He sees a lion. A big lion. And that lion sees him. And that lion jumps to attack him. I would be pretty scared if I was Samson. Would you be scared? Right? A big lion jumping at him. And you know what Samson does? He punches it right in the face. He goes, boom! And he knocks it down, and he takes it, and he wrestles it, and he kills it with his hands. That's pretty strong. I'm scared. I mean, I'm scared of little spiders, much less a big lion. I would be scared. But Samson, he wasn't. And he was so strong, he was able to take down this lion all by himself. And so Samson goes, and he keeps walking until he gets to the girl that he loves, and he says, will you marry me? And she says, yes. That's love. But Samson has to go home so he can get ready for that wedding. And so he's walking home and he's going do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and he's walking. And guess what he sees? He sees that lion. And in that lion, there's a bee's nest already. And those bees are making honey. I love honey. I like to put honey in my tea. Sometimes I like honey in my bagels. Honey's really good. And so Samson, he's kind of hungry. I mean, I would be pretty hungry too, I think. And so he takes some of that honey, and he takes it, and he eats it on his way home. And some time has passed, and he comes back, and he's marrying that girl, and his wedding lasts 1 week. That's a long time. And some of the guys there, they were like, Samson, we want to do something. And Samson says, okay, if you guys could answer my riddle, I will buy you guys fancy clothes. Fancy clothes? But that was important for him. And so they say, fine, we can do that. But Samson said, hold on. If you guys can't answer my riddle, you have to buy me fancy clothes. What? And so they say, fine, we could do this. We could answer this riddle. And so Samson gives them the riddle. And the riddle that he answers, or the riddle that he gives them, says the eater gave something to eat, and the strong provided something sweet. What? The eater provided something to eat, and the strong provided something sweet? That's kind of confusing, isn't it? I would be confused. And guess what? All the other guys were too. They were so confused. They didn't know what it was all about. And so they begged Samson's wife to find out what he meant. And so she asked, Samson, if you love me, you'll tell me. And so he tells her. The answer is honey. It was from the honey in the lion that he killed. But no one was there but Samson, so no one would have known. And so Samson's wife goes and tells all the other guys, the answer is the honey. And so the guys go up to Samson and they're like, Samson, we know what it is. It's the honey. And Samson was so mad that he left. He stormed off. He was throwing a tantrum, and he went back home. But after he was able to cool down, and after he was able to kind of calm himself down and not be so mad, he went back to his wife. But the wife's dad said, you can't see her. You're not allowed. And do you think that made Samson very happy? No! It made him mad. And so you know what he does? He sets all of the cornfields on fire. All of them. Because he was mad. That's crazy. That would be so much trouble that he would get in today. But that's what he does. And all of the guys found out who did it. And they went and attacked Samson's family. And that did not make him very happy. At all. And it made him actually really sad. Because his family died. And so Samson runs away. And he finds a new pretty woman that he falls in love with, named Delilah. But Delilah is kind of sneaky. See, because Samson had burnt down all of those cornfields, he was going to get arrested. But they had to find out how to arrest him because he was so strong. So Delilah was working with him. And so they get married, and Delilah says, Samson, if you love me, you'll tell me how you are so strong. And Samson says, I'm not going to tell you. And she says, but Samson, if you love me, you have to tell me. And he says, nope, not going to tell you. And finally, after she keeps asking and asking and asking and asking, he says, fine. I'm so strong because I can't cut my hair. And if I do, I lose my strength. Man, that's kind of crazy. And so Delilah does something really mean. She has a guy sneak in and cut his hair while he's sleeping. What? Have you ever cut someone's hair? I know when I was growing up, I tried to cut my hair once, and it did not look very good. And I know that I did it when I was an adult, and it did not look very good. Can you imagine that? It wasn't very good. But because Samson's hair got cut, he lost all of his strength. And the people who he burnt the cornfields down for came and arrested him. And they took him away. And they made him work for them. And then they had a big celebration to their God. And they brought Samson in. And they tied him up. And they made fun of him. And they they were just really, really nasty and mean to him. So Samson prays. He says, God, can I please just get my strength back so that I can destroy this temple? And so he says, God, please, just let me do that. And so God says, okay. And so Samson gets his strength back, and while he's sitting in between these two pillars on this temple, he goes, and he shoves them over and pushes them down, and the whole temple comes crashing down. It's crazy, right? I mean, Samson was so strong, but he was only strong because he couldn't cut his hair. And if he cut his hair, like short as mine, he would have no strength. And that's crazy. But you and I, we get to worship someone who has true superpower, who he never has to worry about losing his strength because he's always going to have it. And that person's God. God always has strength. And like we said before, the superheroes that you and I watch on TV and in movies and on our video games, those guys are all made up. None of them have true superpower, but God always has his power. And he always is in control of everything. God knows everything. And he's so strong, but at the same time, he knows everything. He knows how many birds there are. He knows how many feathers they have. He knows how many dogs there are and cats there are. And he knows how many hairs they have. You know what? He knows how many people there are. And he knows how many hairs that we have. Now, some of us, we don't have very many. Like I don't have very many. But some people, they have a lot. And God knows all of that. God knows everything. And he's always around. Because we could always, he's always there. God knows when we're awake and when we're asleep. He knows when we're doing something good and something bad. He knows when we're listening and not listening. God knows everything. And God sees everything. And God is so strong that he can do anything that he wants. There's a lot of stuff that we can't do, but God can. God can control the weather. He can make it rain outside or snow. He can make it hot or cold. He can move things that we can't move. God can do all sorts of things. Can you think of something that God can't do? Let's take a second to think about that. Man, is there anything that God can't do? You know what? I can't think of anything. Because God can do anything. There is nothing that God can't do. And you know why? That's because God is almighty. God is stronger than anyone or anything that we have ever seen or know. I mean, we might know some pretty strong people. Maybe our dads are strong, or maybe our grandpas, or maybe our next door neighbor, or maybe our pastor, or someone we know is probably pretty strong. But God is so much stronger. And that's because God's almighty. And nothing is impossible for him. Nothing. He can do all things. And that is pretty cool. And so tonight, we learn that God is almighty. That nothing is impossible for him. And that he can do all things. And that is pretty stinking cool, if you ask me. But before we could go to Crafty Kelly's Craft Shack, there's something we gotta do. We're gonna learn, and we're gonna take some time to just go over our memory verse. Last night we did that, but tonight we're gonna do something different, okay? We're just gonna say it together. I'm gonna say it one time, and then we're gonna say it together. And we're gonna go from kind of loud, being really, really quiet. Okay? You guys ready? Alright. Here we go. Behold, I am the Lord. Is anything too hard for me? It's pretty simple, right? We know that one. So you guys ready? Okay, we're going to say it. We're going to say it a few more times, but we're going to get kind of quiet as we say it, okay? But we're going to start out loud. You guys ready? Behold, I am the Lord. Is anything too hard for me? You guys did a good job there. Let's do it again. Okay, you guys ready? Behold, I am the Lord. Is anything too hard for me? Good job, guys. Alright, we're going to do it again. A little quieter. Behold, I am the Lord. Is anything too hard for me? Woo! You guys rock. Alright, here's our last one. You guys ready? Behold, I am the Lord. Is anything too hard for me? Wow, you guys are so good. Let's go and see Crafty Kelly at her craft shack. And let's see what she has in store for us tonight.
Welcome back, guys. Good to see you. Welcome back to Kelly's Craft Shack. As you met Hannah yesterday, towards the end, we were having a lot of fun yesterday, weren't we? We made that magnet, or not the magnet, the magnet's tonight. Bookmark, this guy we made last night, and it was a lot of fun. But speaking of magnet, how strong is a magnet? Do you know how strong a magnet is?
It's really strong, isn't it?
Really strong. Oh my goodness, it is so strong. So, with saying magnet, that makes me think of how strong God is. God is just so strong. So I thought, okay, you think about a turtle. I know, off the wall, but you think of a turtle. We're on the beach. Come on, I don't have Mr. Turtle with me. Maybe we'll find him somewhere, but I think of a turtle. So I thought, for us to be able to remember how strong God is, I thought maybe
We could think of how strong a turtle shell is?
yeah, a turtle shell. That's where I was going. How did you know? Okay, so I really think that this is a good thing. We can color this guy, and then we can put the magnet on the back and stick it up on our fridge or wherever. Give it to mom, give it to dad, give it to grandma or grandpa, and stick it somewhere that we can remember what the scripture says. It says, Jeremiah 32:27, is anything too hard for me? Now that is paraphrased. There is more to that. Paraphrased meaning it's shortened. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I want to make a purple turtle because I love purple. But if you decide I want a yellow turtle or a green turtle like they normally come, or a blue, whatever color you want, you choose your favorite color. Grab out your crayons or my handy dandy colored pencils, and I'm going to color. So we're just going to take a little bit of time here and we're going to color.
And just remember, it does not have to be perfect. Do it as much as you want. You can just color the shell. You can just color the turtle itself. You can color everything.
You could add polka dots in the background like I did yesterday that ended up being bubbles. Whatever you want to do. Hey, even if you had some stickers left over from yesterday's craft, if you wanted to put your stickers right in here, right below the turtle, that's wonderful. It is just
or even right above the turtle.
You want to do. So you can always, if you can write or have mom or dad or grandma and grandpa write, you can write God is strong. So I'm going to write God is, and I'm going to put strong. So I'm going to do that, and I think, what do you think? I think mine looks pretty good.
I think yours looks pretty good.
I think I'm going to grab maybe some blue here.
I think I like
I'm not doing
a little bit of brown.
brown stuff.